Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to do a quick tutorial of an ending that I like to do. I'll do it in C, and it's based off moving from the 1 to the 5 to the 1 dominant 7 to the 4 4 minor and back to the 1. And this is how it sounds. So right away you could see it's not as simple as the chords, the progression that I did in the beginning. It has a melody for one, which always makes things beautiful, and it's more of open chords and it's building up into actual chords. You see, I started with one note, two notes, three notes, then the melody. So the melody is, which I think is beautiful. And the reason why I say it goes from the 1 to the 5 to the 1 dominant 7 and back to the 4 minor and 1, because the first note is just a 1 tonic. So then these are the next two notes. As if you want a 5, it's a G chord. Then 1 dominant 7, then 4, then 4 minor, and back to the 1. So I'll just do it a little slow so you can see it. And always what we want to do, we want to try to understand or picture the movement that we're doing in a way that we can move it to other keys. Because I myself used to transpose, and I try to think of different ways to understand it so that I can go into another key and understand it. So this is how I would think about it. First of all, we always play the tonic. The first note is one note. And notice this left hand is always moving down in like half steps. So that's one way to remember it. And then memorizing the melody is also good, because then you can just remember that that melody has to be going. By the way, remember, you can change up this melody. This is just the melody that I chose, that I made up, that feels good to me. You can do whatever feels good to you. There are so many different ways to do this. So what I would do is I would start off like this. Remember, you start on the 1, you go down with this hand. This always goes down in half steps, and this goes up diatonically. So it goes up with the scale, and it skips to the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3, 2, 1. So what you also want to remember is when you go down, you're always gonna end up hearing this like dominant 7 chord. It's missing the 5, but this dominant 7 chord, and then you're gonna go to the first inversion of the 4 chord of whatever key you're in. So this is the first inversion of F, and there's gonna be like a melody to get you there. So it's always gonna be 5, 4, 5, 4, and then the last part is 3, 2, 1. When you do the 3, 2, 1, you're gonna play the minor 4. So it's always gonna be the 4 and then the minor third. And you also end on the second inversion of the 1 chord. And also notice the slurs that I'm doing. So 1. You could do as many as you want. You could not do it. But it just makes a big difference when you do it. So for example, if I were to move to B major, if I were to go down a half step, I would remember. So you would definitely need to understand your scale and know all your scales. And then I would go. That's my melody. So then I know I would walk down, get that dominant 7, which is like that 1 dominant 7. Then the 4 chord, this first inversion of the 4 chord, from the 5, 4. This is how I'm thinking about it when I'm going in another key. Then the minor of the 4. 3, 2, 1. That's the melody. So if you take it anywhere, if you go to G, got that dominant 7. Then the 4 chord is the first inversion of that 4 chord. With the 5, the melody is 5, 4. And then the 4 minor. 3, 2, 1. So that's the way you should be able to take that to any key. And I'll probably put like a link to my Instagram or my Instagram handle. You can reach out to me on Instagram if you don't understand anything that I said, or just write in the comments and let me know. And we can connect and I can help you to understand how I'm thinking, my thinking when I'm moving to different keys. Because it's all about what you understand. Nobody else has to understand the way you think about it but you. If you could figure out a way to understand it, that's what's most important. That's how you can move it to different keys. The reason people can't transfer their movements to different keys is because they haven't found a way to explain it. If you can explain it to yourself, and also if you can explain it to different people, that will really help the way I'm explaining it to you. Thanks for watching, guys.